Service and leadership are the same thing. Great organizations that have great service in a consistent manner are always manned by people, populated by people that are good leaders, whether it's leaders of other people or they just have a good attitude about their own jobs. Art versus science. The art of customer service is the interpersonal side. It's that feeling that somebody gets when they walk in the store. It's how long they have to wait before they're helped. And according to the data that David shared, the Dress Barn organization, the perception is, I don't have to wait when I walk in here. Whereas in some places it's like, hello, can I spend some money here? Right? So the art of customer service versus the science. And the science is the tangible, technical stuff.
Doug Lipp, the art of exceptional customer service and leadership.
I was working with some heart surgeons about 3 years ago. They were part of a clinic that belonged to an HMO. They were all part of this whole package. They were losing business, and the reason was this. They had rotten service. They maintained their skill sets as surgeons. They could split a chest, they could fix the valves, but they were nasty to the patients or to the patients' families. We're the best, don't talk to anybody else. If you don't like it, tough. Well, the competition came along, and competition always decides how high the bar is going to be, and the competition had equally qualified, skilled surgeons who had good bedside manner. And they had staff members and front office people that could help these patients or the patients' families wind their way through the maze of insurance claims or whatever the case might be. So again, it's both have to be in place.
Doug Lipp, the art of exceptional customer service and leadership. Doug's long career at both Disneyland and Walt Disney Studios provides countless insights that he shares with audiences all over the world. Doug was fast-tracked into management after extensive training in all aspects of theme park operations. During his years at Disney, Doug found that even strong organizations like Disney must embrace change and be willing to innovate.
So at the park level, we had this arrogance, and at the headquarters, we had another kind of arrogance. It was, we know how to create family entertainment, so don't you, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, even try to tell us what you need. The voice of the customer doesn't exist. We tell you what you need. So as a result, we had some very trying times. Let me take a poll here. How many of you in your lives have ever seen, whether it's in the theaters or in video form, Star Wars? Raise your hands, please. Most everybody in the room. How about Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, some of those flicks? Great, most everybody in the room. Unfortunately, those were not Disney movies. About the same time those movies were in their heyday, we produced such blockbusters as, and I'm going to find out who the real losers are in this room. Anybody ever see The Black Hole? All right, now this is the other test. Did you also see Tron? It's always, thank you for your service. You provided me gainful employment many years ago. I don't know what it is, but usually the same people that saw Black Hole saw Tron. Now you notice the lack of hands that went up? Well, that's just a small indication of what happened throughout the country, is those were box office bombs. Didn't matter. We had our recipe, we had our procedures. We weren't going to go any great length to change those because we're Disney. So then we had this other person come along, and I think we reached the pinnacle of our arrogance when this producer came along with an idea for a film, and we kept making this person jump through all these hoops. This is our policy, this is our procedure. We don't care about your voice, I'm only listening to my voice. We're going to change your script, we're going to take your name off of it because that's the Disney way. And after about 6 months of going back and forth, Steven Spielberg got fed up with our approach, went to Universal Studios and created E.T., the extraterrestrial, mildly successful flick. Anybody ever see that one? Yeah, okay. And again, our answer was the smash hit, Baby. You didn't see that, did you? Good. So what we said was, let's not create any new stuff. We'll just keep recreating the old things. Anybody ever see Herbie the Love Bug? Come on, come on. I know you saw it. Now, nothing wrong with Herbie, but when it's Herbie the Love Bug goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie the Love Bug goes bananas, Herbie the Love Bug volume 65, and you got Dean Jones and Suzanne Plachette kind of chasing Herbie saying, Herbie, wait, Herbie, Herbie. Getting kind of long in the tooth, right? We weren't willing to break the mold, to take a risk, because no one was truly empowered. I remember sitting in meetings where people would sit around saying, what would Walt do? What would Walt say? What would Walt think? And nobody ever said, Walt's not with us anymore. The family unit of the 1950s and the 60s has changed. Wake up. But no. The mantra, Walt, what would Walt think? Almost